Imagine pulling a dark, dirty Jefferson nickel from an old jar, scratched, ignored, almost thrown away. Now imagine that same coin being worth hundreds, thousands, even life-changing money. Most people have no idea that some rare Jefferson nickels, especially worn and filthy ones, hide shocking secrets, minting mistakes, wartime metal errors, and ultra-low survival numbers. These coins passed through millions of hands unnoticed, silently becoming treasures. Collectors are now hunting them aggressively, and prices are exploding. Stop everything. Because the old, dirty 1977 Jefferson nickel you've ignored for decades could be hiding big money. The kind of hidden treasure that has already shocked collectors when it crossed the auction block for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Most people laugh at 1,977 nickels. Too modern, too common, too boring. And that single mistake is why life-changing value coins are still being found today. Here's the mystery. In 1977, the U.S. Mint was pushing massive production numbers. Dies were reused far longer than they should have been. Quality slipped. Tiny errors escaped inspection, and once those coins hit circulation, they vanished into everyday change. Nobody saved them. Nobody cared. Until collectors started noticing something strange. One grimy 1977 nickel pulled from a decades-old coffee can look off. The owner almost cleaned it. Almost spent it. Instead, he had it checked. That worthless nickel later sold for over $100. Here's how that happens, and how it could happen to you. First, check the date. You're looking for 1977. Now flip the coin over. Look just to the right of Monticello. Do you see a mint mark? No letter means Philadelphia. A D means Denver. Both matter, but Denver is where the real shocks often start. Now lean in, because this is where collectors get excited. One of the most hunted varieties from this year is the 1977 double die Jefferson nickel. Look closely at Jefferson's face. His eye, nose, and jawline should look clean and sharp. On double die examples, you may see thickness, separation, or a doubled outline. Check the date and the word Liberty, too. Letters can look doubled, not flat or smeared, but clearly separated. Confirmed double die 1977 nickels have sold for $300 to $800, and strong, certified examples have crossed $500. That's big money for 5 cents. Next shock. Off-center strikes Some 1977 nickels were struck off-center, leaving part of the design missing. These coins look wrong immediately, and collectors love that. Even heavily circulated, dirty off-center 1977 nickels regularly sell for $250 to $700, and dramatic examples can exceed $200. Third shock. Broad strikes and rim errors Look at the rim. Is it unusually wide? Flat? Missing the raised edge entirely? Some 1977 nickels were struck without a proper collar, causing the metal to spread outward. Broad-struck 1977 Jefferson nickels have sold for $300 to over $100, depending on condition and eye appeal. Now here's a moment that trips people up. That dark gray, brown, or almost black color. That's not always damage. Natural toning from decades of circulation can increase desirability. One naturally toned 1977 D nickel, left completely uncleaned, sold for nearly double the price of a cleaned example just weeks apart. Dirty does not mean worthless. Dirty can mean hidden treasure. Fourth shock. Wrong planchet and thin planchet errors A small number of 1,977 nickels were struck on defective or improperly prepared planchets. These coins may feel lighter, thinner, or sound different when dropped. Verified wrong planchet or improperly struck 1977 nickels have sold at auction for $800 to $200 plus. Now flip the coin back over, because this part is crucial. Look at the steps on Monticello. If all steps are sharp and unbroken, that's known as full steps. Finding full steps on a 1977 nickel is far harder than people think. Certified 1977 Jefferson nickels with full steps have sold for hundreds, and top condition examples have reached over $100. That's life-changing value for something most people wouldn't bend down to pick up. Real auction records back this up. Major grading services and auction houses have documented multiple four-figure sales for 1977 Jefferson nickels with errors, strong strikes, or exceptional originality. And here's the emotional truth. Nickels are ignored. They're overlooked. They're dismissed. Which is exactly why big money keeps hiding inside them. That old jar on your shelf. That inherited roll in a drawer. That dirty nickel you almost spent today. Any one of them could be hidden treasure. And here's the cliffhanger. Collectors believe there are still undiscovered 1977 double die and error nickels sitting in circulation right now, unrecognized, uncertified, and waiting. So tonight, don't clean. Don't assume. Don't rush. Check the date. Check the mint mark. Check Jefferson's face. Check the rim. Because the next life-changing value Jefferson nickel discovery could already be in your hands. And if you want more big money coins, more hidden treasure, and more shocking stories that turn everyday change into opportunity, subscribe now. Because the next coin we uncover has fooled collectors for nearly 50 years. Stop right now. Because the dirtiest, ugliest 1974 Jefferson nickel you've ever ignored could be hiding big money. And I'm talking real hidden treasure that has already turned pocket change into a life-changing value for people who knew what to look for. Most people think 1974 nickels are worthless. Too modern. Too common. But that belief is exactly why these coins keep slipping through hands unnoticed. Here's the mysterious part. In 1974, the U.S. Mint was under pressure. Production was high, dies were overused, and quality control quietly suffered. Mistakes weren't caught. They escaped into circulation. And those mistakes are now the reason collectors are paying hundreds, and sometimes thousands, for a coin most people toss back into a jar. One collector found a filthy 1974 nickel in a parking lot coin return. He almost spent it. Instead, he checked it under a loop. That decision alone led to an auction result of over $1,200. Let me show you how that happens. First, check the date, You're looking for 1974. Now flip the coin over and look just to the right of Monticello. Do you see a mint mark? No letter means Philadelphia. A D means Denver. Both matter, but one detail changes everything. Second shock, the 1974 D double die obverse ***. This is one of the most famous Jefferson nickel errors of the entire series. Look closely at Jefferson's eye, nose, and jawline. On the double die, those features look doubled and thick, almost like a shadow face. The date and the word liberty can also show strong doubling. This is not damage. This is not wear. This is a true mint error, and it's big money. Confirmed 1974 D double die nickels have sold for $400 in low grades, $1,000 plus in mid grades, and $3,000 to $5,000 in high grade certified examples. That's hidden treasure hiding in plain sight. Third shock, off-center and misaligned strikes, Some 1974 nickels were struck off-center, with part of the design missing. Others show misaligned dies where the rim is thick on one side and thin on the other. Even ugly, dirty examples of these errors sell for $250 to $800, and dramatic strikes can exceed $1,500. Fourth shock, wrong planchet errors, A small number of 1974 Jefferson nickels were struck on the wrong metal or on defective planchets. These coins often look lighter, thinner, or strangely colored. Verified wrong planchet 1974 nickels have shocked bidders at auction, selling for $1,000 to over $2,500. Now listen carefully. This is where people make mistakes. Do not clean the coin. That dark gray, brown, or smoky color. That's often original surface. Cleaning destroys value instantly. One naturally toned 1974 D nickel sold for nearly double the price of a cleaned example just months later. Dirty can mean valuable. Ugly can mean rare. Fifth shock, ***rim errors and broad strikes, Look at the rim. Is it flat? Too wide? Missing the raised edge? Broad struck 1974 nickels without a proper rim have sold for $300 to $1,000, depending on condition. Collectors love dramatic mistakes, and 1974 produced plenty. Sixth shock, full steps, Flip the coin over again. At the base of Monticello, check the steps. If all steps are sharp and unbroken, that's called full steps. A high-grade 1974 or 1974 D nickel with full steps can bring hundreds, and in top certified condition, over $1,000. That's from a coin millions of people think is worthless. Real auction records prove it. Certified 1974 Jefferson nickels, especially double dies and full step examples, regularly cross major auction houses for four-figure prices. And here's the emotional truth. Most people never check nickels. They focus on silver. They chase pennies. Meanwhile, big money keeps hiding inside dirty nickels nobody wants. That old jar on your shelf? That inherited roll from a relative? That coin you almost spent today? Any one of them could be hidden treasure. And here's the cliffhanger. Right now, there are still undiscovered 1974 double-die nickels sitting in circulation. Unnoticed. Uncertified. Waiting. So tonight, don't assume. Don't clean. Don't rush. Check the date. Check the mint mark. Check Jefferson's face. Check the rim. Because the next life-changing value Jefferson nickel discovery could be sitting in your hands. And if you want more big money coins, more hidden treasure, and more stories that turn everyday change into shock and opportunity, subscribe right now. Because the next coin we reveal has already changed someone's life. Stop. Don't blink. Because the dirtiest 1970s Jefferson nickel you've ever ignored could be hiding big money. And I mean the kind of hidden treasure that turns 5 cents into rent money or more. Here's the crazy part. Most people think 1970 nickels are boring, too modern, too common, too worthless. And that belief has caused thousands of people to unknowingly spend, lose, or give away coins that collectors are now chasing hard. The story starts in San Francisco, 1970. The U.S. Mint wasn't focused on perfection, they were focused on speed. Proof coins were being struck for collectors, circulation coins were being rushed, and dies were being overused. Tiny mistakes slipped through, quietly, invisibly. And those mistakes are now life-changing value moments for people who know what to look for. One collector told an auction house he almost cleaned his coin, then stopped. That decision alone added hundreds of dollars to its final price. Let me show you why this coin is so dangerous to ignore. First, check the date, You're looking for 1970. Now flip the coin over and look at Monticello. Just to the right, do you see an S mint mark? That tiny S means San Francisco. And that's where the story explodes. Because most 1970s nickels were struck as proofs, not circulation coins. So when a circulation strike 1970 shows up, collectors pay attention fast. Second shock, proof versus business strike A true proof will have mirror-like fields and frosted details. But some 1970s nickels look dirty, dull, even ugly, and those are often the most exciting ones. Why? Because they may be proof errors or improperly struck proofs that escaped into circulation. One damaged-looking 1970s proof with visible errors sold at auction for over $1,400, and it wasn't pretty. Third shock, double die errors, Look closely at Jefferson's eye, the word liberty, and the date. On genuine doubled dies, letters look thick, doubled, or slightly split. Not flat doubling, but true separation. Verified doubled die 1970 nickels have sold $4,500 to $2,000 plus, depending on clarity and condition. That's big money for a coin people toss aside. Fourth shock, repunched mint marks, Some 1970 nickels show a repunched S mint mark. Under magnification, you'll see extra metal or a shadow beneath the S. These RPM varieties regularly bring $300 to $900 and more in certified holders. Fifth shock, deep cameo proofs, If your 1970 nickel has jet black mirror fields and thick, snowy white details, even if it's toned or dirty around the edges, you might be holding a deep cameo proof. High-grade deep cameo 1970 nickels have crossed the auction block $4,100 to $3,500, and competition keeps heating up. Now pay attention, because this next part is where people lose money. Do not clean the coin. That dark gray, smoky, golden, or even black toning. That's often original. Collectors love originality. One naturally toned 1970 proof shocked bidders when it sold for nearly triple what a cleaned example brought the same week. Dirty does not mean damaged. Dirty can mean hidden treasure. Sixth shock, rim and planchet errors, Look at the rim. Is it uneven? Wider on one side? Missing metal? Some 1970 nickels were struck off-center, broad-struck, or on defective planchets. Even low-grade examples of these errors sell $4,250 to over $1,000, depending on severity. And here's the emotional punch. Most people never check nickels. They check pennies. They check silver coins. Nickels get ignored. That's why this coin still slips through unnoticed. Certified auction records show multiple 1970 Jefferson nickels, proofs, errors, and varieties, selling consistently in the high hundreds and thousands. Not hype. Not guesses. Real money. No, this isn't $1 million coin. But turning 5 cents into 4 figures? That's still life-changing value for something sitting in a jar. And here's the cliffhanger. Right now, somewhere, there's a 1970 Jefferson nickel sitting dirty, dull, and forgotten, waiting for the right eyes to notice it. That could be in your house, your garage, your inherited collection. So tonight, don't clean, don't assume, don't spend it. Check the date. Check the mint mark. Check the details. Because the next piece of big money hiding in plain sight might already be yours. And if you want more hidden treasure, more shocking coin stories, and more chances at life-changing value, subscribe now. Because the next nickel we expose has already fooled thousands of collectors. Stop scrolling. Because somewhere in your pocket change, in an old jar, or in a dusty drawer, there could be a dirty 1954 Jefferson nickel that looks almost worthless, but has sold for big money. I'm talking hundreds, thousands, and in rare cases, life-changing value from a coin most people ignore. Now here's the mystery. The year is 1954. America is booming, but behind the scenes, U.S. mints are rushing production. Corners are cut. Dies are reused. Mistakes slip through. And those mistakes? They become hidden treasure decades later. This is not a flashy silver coin. This is not gold. This is a plain, old, dirty Jefferson nickel, the kind people throw back into circulation without a second thought. And that's exactly why collectors are still finding them today. Imagine this. A man cleaning out his late father's toolbox finds a grimy roll of nickels. He almost tosses them aside, until one coin feels different. Slightly off. That one nickel later sells for over $1,500 at auction, from a face value of 5 cents. Let me tell you what makes the 1954 Jefferson nickel so dangerous to overlook. First shock, asterisk asterisk mint marks asterisk asterisk. Pick up the coin and look on the reverse, just to the right of Monticello. See a small letter? That letter can mean everything. A 1954 with no mint mark was struck in Philadelphia. Most are common, but even these can bring hundreds in high-grade condition. Now here's where it gets interesting. The 1954 D. Jefferson nickel from Denver. On the surface, ordinary. But in high condition, collectors fight over them. A sharply struck 1954 D with full steps has sold $4.800 to over $1,200. And then comes the coin that stops serious collectors in their tracks. The 1954 S. Jefferson nickel. San Francisco nickels from this year are famous for weak strikes. That means finding a strong one is rare. But there's more. Second shock, asterisk asterisk the hidden error asterisk asterisk. Some 1954 S nickels were struck using a die that originally had a D mint mark. The result? A 1954 S over D mint mark error. Tiny, easy to miss, and absolutely explosive in value. Under magnification, you can see traces of a D underneath the S. These coins have sold $4.1,000 to $3,000 and higher in exceptional condition. That's big money from a coin most people think is pocket junk. Third shock, asterisk asterisk doubling and die errors asterisk asterisk. Look closely at Jefferson's eye, the word liberty, and the date 1954. Some coins show double die obverse features, not machine doubling, but true die doubling. That means the coin was born wrong. Collectors pay hundreds to over $1,000 for strong examples. Fourth shock, asterisk asterisk rim and planchet errors asterisk asterisk. Some 1954 Jefferson nickels were struck off-center, with clipped planchets, or with broad strikes that push the rim outward. These aren't scratches. These are mint mistakes. Even ugly, dirty examples of these errors can sell $4.300, $600, even $1,500 depending on severity. Now let's talk color, because this part shocks people. A nickel that looks dark, dirty, or oddly toned might not be damaged at all. Natural toning from decades in circulation can actually increase desirability. That grimy gray, golden, or smoky look. Sometimes that's exactly what collectors want. One heavily toned 1954 S nickel shocked bidders when it crossed the auction block for over $900, simply because of eye appeal and originality. Fifth shock, asterisk asterisk full steps asterisk asterisk. Flip the coin over. Look at Monticello. See the steps at the bottom? If all steps are clearly visible, no breaks, that's called full steps. Full steps plus 1954 date equals hidden treasure. A certified 1954 Jefferson nickel with full steps has sold for thousands of dollars, and competition keeps growing as collectors race to complete top-quality sets. And here's the emotional part. Most of these coins were never saved. They were spent, dropped, lost, mixed into change. That's why the survivors matter so much today. People assume old and dirty means worthless. In the coin world, it can mean the opposite. Real auction records back this up. Professional grading services have documented 1954 Jefferson nickels crossing the auction block for 4 figures, and rare error examples pushing even higher. Every year, fewer are found. Every year, demand grows. And here's the real cliffhanger. Millions of nickels are still sitting in jars, drawers, and forgotten boxes right now. Untouched. Unchecked. Waiting. That ugly nickel you've ignored for years? That could be big money. That could be hidden treasure. That could be a life-changing value hiding in plain sight. So tonight, don't guess. Don't assume. Check the date. Check the mint mark. Check the rim. Use a magnifier. Look twice. Because the next shocking 1954 Jefferson nickel discovery could be yours. And if you want more stories like this, more big money coins, more hidden treasure, more life-changing value hiding in everyday change, make sure you subscribe right now. Because the next coin we talk about has already turned 5 cents into a small fortune.